Things in my home that, as a schizophrenic person, just make sense. Lots and lots of tightly drawn blinds and closed windows, because the only thing worse than already being paranoid is having more visual reminders to be paranoid. An abundance of notes to remind you to fact check the things that you see, hear, taste, touch, and smell, and to keep dates and times straight in your constantly overthinking mind. A security system, just in case you're so bogged down by the things that aren't happening that you forget the important things that should be happening, like locking doors at night, etc. And yes, this guy does that all for me on time without fail, whether I've remembered to check or not. Thanks, buddy. Lots of cameras, so that someone outside of yourself can have eyes on you at all times to watch for dangerous breaks in reality, episodes of dissociation, and self-injurious behavior. Two ridiculously overly smart dogs, one a retired service dog, the other a service dog in training, to be there when there's no one around to stop you from doing something you'll regret, and to alert you to hallucinations and episodes of dissociation. A crazy amount of bug-catching containers, mainly for the stray or lost roaches that show up at your house. Because after many traumatizing years of hallucinating that they were crawling all over you, you decided to make your peace with them and make them your new best friends. It's one of many ways to cope, but yeah. A very loud sound system, because the sounds you can control are much better than the sounds you can't. Multiple computers, so that you can work on various items all at once and keep your wild mind occupied. You know, for a bit. A calm down spot, where you can go to try to be all alone. Though spoilers, the auditory hallucinations can come in here and find you. Visual ones usually have a little bit of a harder time. True story. A VR headset, because it's like hallucinating, only it's fun, and it can actually be a great distraction from the craziness that you can't control. A med cabinet filled with everything that you need to be normal, whatever the heck that is. Okay, but seriously, this is a really important spot. Without my meds, I'd be a mess. So yeah, thanks Dr. W. You know who you are. A trauma toolbox, so that whenever things become way too much, you can sit your butt down and work on some grounding techniques. Slightly odd decorations, because what feels like home to you is a space decorated by strange hallucinations that would terrify most. But for you, that just becomes normal, and sometimes you even grow to like it. A little bit. Okay, it takes time. I've been dealing with this all my life. Either way, seeing odd things around your house that you can't control, and then seeing odd things around your house that you know that you put there, is a whole different ballgame. So yeah, it just kind of works. Control is a big sell point, if you couldn't already tell that. A weighted blanket, because while it's heavy and restrictive, something about it is so much nicer than being restrained and can actually be calming. Kinda would have been nice to have this in an ambulance, or in a hospital bed. That's never gonna happen. Sharp items that hang on the walls in full view so that you can tell whenever one of them is missing or isn't where it's supposed to be. Multiple flashlights in my nightstand so that I can flick them on in the middle of the night if something goes bump for the 15,000th time. It's fun, like a game of hide and seek that never ends. Ever. Headphones, because sometimes the neighbors are sleeping and you still need to put on loud music to drown out the insanity. A lovely, irreplaceable standing bag, because, yeah, sometimes living life with a serious mental illness can be a little bit irritating. Or a lot irritating. Either way, this thing can take your punches and will still want to be your friend tomorrow, so definitely a must-have in my book. A medical ID bracelet, hanging where I won't forget to put it on when I go out. This way, if I get lost, not only do people know what I'm allergic to, just in case they decide to medicate me for whatever reason, but they also know my diagnosis and can call up my parents to come drag my butt back somewhere safe. Hopefully. Okay, sometimes they don't call anybody, they just take you to a hospital, but we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about happy things. I'm so happy. And 20, probably the most important thing, is small reminders that I'm not alone, from family, friends, and mentors that I care about. Guys, I do projects like this because I want to give people a tidbit of reality with a dash of laughter to lighten up the weighty information. I believe laughter is like the greatest medicine, and if I can share a bit of that with my viewers, then that's all I really need to be happy. Alright, I love you guys, stay awesome. Oh, but the project's not over. I have so many more things I want to share with you. Like all of the snarky shirts that I have to remind me to laugh because it's much better than crying. Or all of the skeletons around this house to remind me of what death really looks like versus the way I feel when I'm losing my mind and think that I'm dead. And wait, there's more. I haven't even begun to tell you about the insanity songs, the ones that I put on really, really late at night when I really can't think and I have nothing else to do. And the way that I always do... Nope. You're done. Bye.